Good morning, everybody. It's early and it's cold. And look at that beautiful sunrise. We have a lot of things to get done today. A little chilly this morning. Hey everybody, this is Bill with Bill and Carol's Travel Project. Alright, so according to that, it is 43 degrees here in the shop. Echo, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 45 degrees.
Okay, so it's 25 degrees outside. So I'm going to get some heat going in the shop and we'll get started. All right, let's get this heater lit. Ginger, what are you doing, girl? There she goes. The igniter doesn't work. I got to use this little lighter, but I gotta hold that in for 1 minute or it'll go back out. And I got to keep up with my dog Ginger. Where you at, girl? Ginger. There you are. You're like a ninja. I can hardly ever find you. Okay, we'll just leave that on high for right now. All right, now we got that little puppy right there lit. That'll heat this whole thing. And we got this one lit. So we'll give her a little time, let it warm up. What we have going on today is, I want to tell you about a couple of things, but I'll start that in a minute. But our main thing today, I'm not sure if we'll finish it, is that's Carol's car right there. And another day she came in, turned the car off, and the fan just kept running. It just kept running. It wouldn't go off. I got under the hood. I pulled some fuses, and then I got it to stop. But I put the fuses back in. The fan came back on. I had a little one of them things you plug into your computer and reset it. I did that. It ran fine. Carol took it out one more time, came home, the fan was running. So that just points to a coolant temperature sensor, and we're going to try to change that out today as soon as we get it warmed up in the shop. Yeah, I also keep this little carbon monoxide monitor out here, you know, so I'll know when to open the door. So it looks like we got the temperature up to 53 right now. We'll let her get a little bit warmer before I start anything. All right, so yeah, do I know what I'm doing in this car? No. I watched a couple of YouTube videos and saw some people do it, and it wasn't an easy job for them. So let me go through what I have to do. All right, so we're gonna need a 10 millimeter, and we'll get on that hose clamp right there. And then I think the same 10. The bolts are actually 8 millimeter, and this one is, I have to turn the camera upside down to see it, but it's right there on top of the throttle body. Well, anyway, I don't know if you can see. All right, so I've got that one loose. I got the one underneath loose that I don't know if you ever saw it. And then now I've got to just pull this out. So yeah, I just pull that out, and I should be able to lift that off of there. Go. All right, now I got to get that cover off. I don't really think there's much to it other. I got to move the oil filler cap. Let's see, I take this oil filler cap. I think I'll try to wipe some of that dirt off before I do that. Keep any from getting down in there. All right, so I've kind of cleaned that up a little, and let's see what we got to do now. So half the battle of this job is just finding out where the sensor is. The only reason I know the area to look in is because I watched some YouTube videos while I was researching this problem. I kind of know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it looks like a tin foil wrapped cylinder, and that's a thermal protection for the plug. All right, so I found it. I'm gonna try to show it to you. See if I can get this camera down in there, but look way down there, right in the center of the picture. That's the little cylinder I'm looking for. That's just a little thermal cover that goes over the plug-in to the sensor. And I gotta get that off before I can unplug the thing. All right, a little bit of a new plan. I had to get a little stool and a knee pad, and I gotta tell you, I know you're not gonna be able to see it. However, I was able to barely reach it. I had to put my hand right there, and it has to be my left hand curved around. That sensor is way down there between these two hoses. So this operation is going strictly by touch, by feel. I can't see a thing I'm doing, but I can feel around, and man, I hope if I can pull this out of there, I can get the other one in. So what are we looking at? And it comes like that with a little washer in a bag, and they say that washer is maybe the most important part. So I got my 3/4 deep socket. That's what it's going to take to get on the other one. Hopefully it's the new one and the old one are the same. And I'm going to give it a try. I do have a drain pan underneath it to catch whatever coolant comes out. All right, I'm going in. Okay, I've reached in there and I was able to get the wire unplugged from the sensor and secured out of the way so it doesn't get any antifreeze spilled into it. So I've also put the 3/4 inch deep socket on there, and I've loosened it. I've got it to what I hope is going to be hand tight, and I'll back it on out by hand. Well, it's loose and hand tight. I'm gonna think about it a minute. So yeah, just so you know, it's up to 71 degrees here in the shop now. Right, here we go. We'll try to get that puppy in there. It's all left-handed too, and I can't do anything left-handed. Yeah, so I'm going to get up here and have the new one standing by in a very close proximity so that when I pull the old one out, hopefully I can quickly stab the new one in, and I'm trying to minimize antifreeze spillage. So we'll see how that turns out. All right, I think I have the new one stabbed barely. It kind of quit turning handily. Here's the old one. All right, so now I'm going to get back up in there with my socket and ratchet and see if I can get that new one tightened up. All right, the new one's in. Now we just got to get it plugged back in, I hope. All right, that's a little rough on the old man's knees getting up there. Try to plug it in. Dang plug. Heard it click in. I felt it click. I think it's in. We'll do some testing. All right, I only lost a little bit of blood. I lost more blood than I lost antifreeze. Yeah, it looks like whoever took that off last kind of screwed that gasket up. All right, guys, she is back together, and you know, I washed it off pretty good. You can see there's a little blood. So yeah, if you're gonna do this, I mean, it's not a hard job. The hardest part is finding out where that thing is. And I guess the best I could tell you, on a 2012 GMC Terrain, if you look right here at this brake fluid reservoir, and then you come over here and you see two hoses, it's right underneath those two hoses. So, yeah, you can't see it. I mean, it was all by feel. I had to reach back there and kind of, well, from watching YouTube, I sort of knew what I was feeling for, and I found it. I think I got it done. We're fixing to take it on a test drive. So I went ahead and topped off our windshield fluid, and now I'm looking. I don't know if you can see it or not. Our coolant level, you know, you just can't ever get that right. Coolant level's a little low. I don't think it leaked out, you know, while I was working on it, but I'm gonna fill it up. Yeah, I know about 90% of you probably have even no interest in this video, but you know, if this happens to your car, you're gonna be looking for videos like this to show you how to do it. So if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Leave us a comment. Tell me what you think. Thanks for watching. That ought to do it. That didn't really take very much. Maybe a cup. All right, smoke test.